The Jump to the War here, and today we have got a doozy of a Saving a Disaster battle. Playing as the Heralds of Ariel, we have got an army here that I would be generous in calling it severely suboptimal. Going up against Grimgor's Ard Boys, where they have 3 full stacks. Very strong units in here. And yeah, decisive defeat and auto resolve. I think that's pretty accurate. Everything is on maximum battle difficulty here, so it's going to be rough. Now, what makes this suboptimal, in my opinion, is largely the Glade Guards. In my opinion, they don't complement Forest Spirits, because with the Forest Spirits, they work really well in like a blob in the forest. And these ones here actually kind of don't work well in the forest. Even though they get a boost, their arrows will still get, they still hit trees. But another thing is that if you're using a blob with these ones, they're not able to protect the Glade Guard, and what this will do is they'll just go around you basically and go after the Glade Guard. And because they've got so much ammunition, they're actually worth a lot of balance of power, and if they don't use that ammunition and get kills, then it's a complete waste. So this is a difficult combination to make work here, but we'll do what we can. I'm gonna take... Yeah, those banners are all fine. Let's jump in here and see what we can do. We've also got a Alliance unit, the Bone Giant. I really can't make sense of why he would put that in there. Maybe it was a case of it was an emergency and just didn't have any money, because it is free upkeep costs. But it is also, it just doesn't work well with these units. For one thing, you can't boost them via your tech tree or your skill tree, which is one of the reasons why I usually don't use Alliance units. I much prefer to just borrow their armies outright, because a lot of good things you can do with that. It's completely free of upkeep costs, and it's like a free supply line. But yeah, I don't know. All right, let's try to come up with a plan. Actually, let's read out the email, because I think there's some good information here. The title of the email is "Please Save my malevolent units." I confederate some malevolent treekin, which I can't seem to recruit with the sisters. Yeah, only Draka can recruit them. Unfortunately, the army that had these particular units got sandwiched in the Chaos Wastelands between Skaven, Dwarves, Chorfs, and in-game scenario Greenskins. I've tried this battle 5 times. The best attempt I had was when I squeezed in all of my units in the small forest on the left side of the battlefield and let my lord do the heavy lifting. But at some point, I eventually reached the heal cap on all my units and get overwhelmed by the horde of arachnaroks spiders. I'd really appreciate if you could save some of my malevolent units. Also, unrelated question, could you also take a look at why I can't upgrade Oak of Ages to tier 5 after completing the ritual? Okay, we'll see how we go. Okay, so you put them all over here, did you? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No, definitely not. We'll put these ones here. So with our archers, what we want to do is leave them out of the battle until the battle starts to calm down. Typically speaking, when it comes to dealing with the greenskins, it's always important to know your enemy. The greenskins, when they come at you, they just rampage hard. They basically select every single unit, target every single unit you've got in the battlefield, and they'll just flank and just charge at you. And because they're a mostly melee faction, it usually does pretty well. So you want that phase of the battle to be not where these guys are visible. Once they start to get a bit exhausted, and most of their faster units are either eliminated from the battlefield or exhausted, and they've got like a slow trickle in of reinforcements because they've got more than 2 full stacks here, that's when we reveal these guys, so that they'll, we'll put our guys in here, our forest spirits. This will cause them to get surrounded, but that's okay because they're not really flankable. Not really. Yeah. They'll work fairly well together like this, in a bit of a blob. These ones, I expect them to hold for a very long amount of time, especially because you've got the Dreaming Ring here, so that's good. A lot of healing. Got a decent amount of wins, but it didn't look like it was even half of what you were potentially capable of. As for the Bone Giant, we actually want this one just out of the way. It's not going to fight... Well, I mean, it's not going to shoot well out here anyway, but if it fights in amongst here, we could heal it. Thing is, it doesn't fight well in the forest, whereas those guys do. We'll lose 20% of its melee attack. Again, it's just a bad combination, bad unit for this army. I'll leave it out. I really don't think I can save it. I think if I put it in here, it's just going to do nothing but absorb damage. I don't think we should focus on heal magic. I think we should focus on damage dealing, because we've got a lot to overcome here. Dwellers below is the way to go. Not necessarily healing, because if we want to heal, we'll use the Dreaming Ring, but I can only heal so many things at a time. We should focus on our faction troops, because they're going to be way better. This one's going to fight way harder, got way higher melee attack. They're going to be boosted in here by 15% extra melee defense, and they've got physical resistance, quite a lot of it. So this one here having no... Oh, it does have 5%. I don't see it having any value. And what we want to do is try to draw the enemy forces over to this side so that they don't go over there. You go stand over them with them as well. They wouldn't do too badly over here, but they'll get killed super quickly. I just don't think they'll do their value. In order to win this battle here, we have to try to inflict the army losses. And the way to do that most efficiently is to preserve as many of our units as possible that would otherwise get wrecked without trading off like 3 times the amount of damage. Whereas these guys here can do that because they're really tanky. You'll be fine in amongst them. Also, I need to look for your particular passive skills. Which one do you have? So you've got Howl of the Forest, so that's extra melee attack, and Annoyance of Netling. Okay, that's good. What have you got? Because it's not my army. You've got Possessed by the Trickster God. Okay, that's not a great choice because these ones here have Possessed by the Trickster God. So you can only apply that once. That way these ones don't need to hover over here. They're not going to provide any benefit in doing so. Alright, so we'll use them to go and harass, but we try to take out the enemy artillery. So these ones here, don't fire at will. Control group 1, control group 2... Sorry, control group 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and 5, whatever. Okay, let's do this. So we don't actually want to be hiding in the forest. I just want to... We want to be fighting in the forest, so I don't want to hide. So I'm going to come out of the forest quickly and then go back in because I just want to reveal ourselves. Alright, what we've got here... Let's see. So Doom Diver catapults are shooting at us. Maybe just back off a bit. Okay, let's turn the effects volume back up because those arachnarok spiders are super noisy. Okay, we dodge that. They're waiting for their reinforcements over here. Okay, they've been revealed, so they'll know where we are. If we go into the forest, they'll look for us. We don't want them sending anyone over here looking for those units. If this one here could have its back to the wall as much as we can, also give it high ground, they'll have it do the best it can. I can't withdraw it from the battlefield, he's already withdrawn. So, let's see here. Because yeah, I don't want to get hit by a whole bunch of Doom Divers because they're homing. Because they're not going to do very much damage while shooting us here. We do have a Arrow of Kurnos. Just think of which unit would be best to use it on. Maybe the Arachnarok Lord, dude. I don't think it's going to do a huge amount of damage, but let's see. It actually did nothing. What the... Something must have gotten its way. It just did nothing. That's weird. Alright. If I can get around... Okay, I'm not going to be able to do it just yet. We've got to wait for them to actually properly commit. Okay, come back over here again. We really want them to target our forest spirits. That should be worth 50% balance of power just because of how good these units are compared to them. Okay, like I said, but we do want to stay in there. It also gives us a lot of extra recharge rate. Because yeah, what we can do with these artillery is that once they're left alone, because the rest of their forces commit, we can just go into melee with them for like a moment, and they should drop the artillery, and that's all we need to do, hopefully. Alright, let's try this again. I would go over there and harass them with our shots normally, but because we really need to preserve balance of power as much as possible, that also means not taking as much damage. Alright, that was much better. I don't know what happened with the first one. It didn't do really any damage. Because I think this one's going to be a major nuisance. Yeah. Also, the other arachnaroks, don't they stalk? I'm not too fussed about whatever they shoot at. Honestly, shooting at Black Orcs is totally fine. Some mangler squigs there. Anything that's anti-large, we should maybe try to prioritize. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Can't dodge it. They don't seem to be coming over here, so that's good. Yeah, look, the Arachnarok Spider Flingers, they're stalking. But the artillery's not targeting us yet. They know where we are. So we're going to kind of stay at the back of the forest somewhat, because that way any missile units are over here. They've got to go and shoot through more trees.
So I hunt the word's rage.
They don't seem to care about the bone giant. That one there just keeps casting spells, but I can't do much about it. Do we have any spell resistance? Yeah, a little bit.
The great hunt. Orion sends me seeking quarry.
Not sure about this like in close range, but yeah, they're being a bit weird about this. They're being skittish.
The hunt begins.
Okay, but they're sending in the pump wagons first, which that's fine. Okay, here we go. Got some coming in over here. I'll try to give the bone giant as much support as possible, but I do expect it to get wiped out in this battle. I don't know why you recruited it, just shouldn't have done that in my opinion. But and if you've got a really bad unit and you're in a tough situation, you definitely shouldn't like defend your worst unit at all costs. Okay, no, they've got the Doom Divers shooting at us, but they're not in a position where I can just land on them just yet. Yeah, the shots will do much better against the chariots. Okay. I don't like what's going on there. Mangler Squigs we should be fine against. The Borboy Biggins will be very dangerous against the Bone Giant.
Captain! Captain repositioning! Lady of Lauren!
Good. So this way, with them just having one unit here, that allows them to see us so they can start shooting at us. I'm not too worried about any of their shots. This shouldn't do much damage to us. Alright. Our Bone Giant here is not going to survive if we don't support it. And I would like it to survive a little bit, if possible. That would be good. And while these aren't the best units for taking out Borboy Biggins, these are isolated, so it shouldn't be too hard for us to beat them. And because of the edge of the map here, if we could just get them routing or terror out or something, just get them off the battlefield. Let's focus on getting the win. Right, the artillery is getting a bit more isolated. Move back in the forest here. Good, they're still not going over there. If they go over there, we're fucked. Okay, you go back over here, because we want to use that Dreaming Ring. Because it's unlimited uses, but it just takes time to do it. Okay, that one backed off, that's good. I'm not worried about snorting pump wagons there. Okay, good. Yeah, they're being real skittish about this. So most of those shots should be going to waste. Okay, maybe now's actually a good time to pop this. Oh, it's only Night Goblin Archers. Just wait, because we don't have unlimited winds of magic. So just be patient. Because if all goes well, they'll form a huge blob around us. Okay, here we go. Alright, don't think it's going too bad. Okay, let's go take out the Doom Divers, because they're now focused over here. We should be able to get over there. Land on them, same thing as the Goblin. Although that's in a terrible position. That's not going to get any hits from there. It's got 2 loads of trees blocking the way. Regrowth, it's much better used on a single entity than multi-entity, so wait until they're a bit damaged, although we'll see how that goes. Alright, now that they're a bit more serious in coming in here. Again, not too concerned about the enemy missile units. Not yet, not yet. Okay, so that one, once you see, like, more numbers than 4, they've dropped the artillery. They haven't done that yet. That guy, we should actually be able to beat him in melee. Come on, route it. Alright, we could always pop down one of these. I didn't want to prioritize healing, but it is cheap. Okay, good, that one's been defeated. Don't worry about this guy just yet. I don't think he's that big of a okay, that's a bit of a... don't worry about it. We've got other things going on that are a bit more important. Like I said, we were always going to lose that unit. It was just a matter of when, not if. Alright. Alright, bunch of really strong units right in there. That's the best time, I think, to use the Dwellers Below. Because, like I said, we don't have heaps of winds of magic. Alright, we don't need to get these guys off the battlefield. They're ineffective now. Just let them do their thing. Are these ones doing any damage to us? No, not really. And they'll probably end up hitting their own units a fair bit. So definitely want to keep these in the fight as long as we possibly can. because they've got that dampen effect, so that'll be good. And negates the magical weapons in the effect area, which is really good, especially for these ones here. So that is actually good for this team, for sure. I'm not complaining about this one. Because, yeah, they're quite vulnerable to magical attacks. Not that that many of their units would even have it. Need another Drills block. Okay, now would be, I think, a good time to go take on the Savage Orc Shaman. Yeah, this one over here, it's gone. But at least it did 10,000 damage. I can't complain about that. It did its worth. Terror routed. Maybe I should have put the leadership banner on that. Okay. Good. Them using the twirly whirlies like this. They'll damage their own units a lot more than ours. Okay. Just hold that as long as you can. Alright, let's pop this down here, because at the very least it'll recover its fatigue.
The great hunt.
You're in melee. Good amount of damage being done with that. Oh yeah, they're absolutely smashing this guy. Good, good, good. Oh look, that got actually back on the artillery. An improvement of AI. How about that? Yeah, this guy's doomed. Alright, we're getting close to the point where we can bring these guys out. Just not yet. Let that one rally. Okay, that shouldn't heal it to full. Because, yeah, I do want to kill it, because we want to be able to inflict leadership penalties on the enemy. And this is another reason why we don't want our infantry showing up, because their shots are anti-infantry. They're going to be really good against them. So if they can use up all their ammo before we reveal them, great. Alright, Dreaming Ring on this one here. Keep it in the fight as long as we possibly can. If it ends up getting wiped out, it's not that big of a deal. It's just regimented for now. Just 10 turns. And they're gone. You guys going for fatigue? Yep, you're okay. Alright, nice big cluster right there. Their archers aren't firing very well. Okay, that's good. Kill him if you could.
Target acquired. Moving out.
Yeah, their single entities aren't good at chasing down other single entities.
Brain destruction.
Come on. There we go. Good. One lord down, I think. These ones here, their leadership, yeah, did look a bit iffy. Like I said, our priority shouldn't be using heal magic, because at the end of the day, they're going to have such a hard time taking out the treemen. The treekin are good, it's just that we need to be focusing on damage dealing. Because Dwellers below can do, what, 20, 30,000 damage with a single cast? And it's even reasonably good against single entities. This guy's got no further abilities left. So what we want to do with this one here, to preserve the integrity of the army, which I really shouldn't be doing this, I'm going to try to get these guys off the battlefield. But Legend, you can't withdraw! Yeah, but their morale's going to be lower if they get away from the general. Okay, don't want them fighting the actual arachnarok itself. Alright, quite a lot of trolls running away. Okay, over here. So we've done 60,000 in damage. Those archers, since they're obstructed, they're probably going to move out of the way if we try to target them. And since they're not doing any damage, that shouldn't be what we focus on. But there's black orcs in here. That should be a focus. Alright, there's still more artillery to come, so we don't want these ones to land and get wrecked just yet. Come on, guys, get over here. Get your exit. Alright, try to heal them, keep them in the fight as long as possible. These ones here have healed as much as they possibly can. You get... actually, this one here is really badly damaged. Maybe I should have used heal on that. It's only 3 winds of magic. I can justify that for these units. Because I think we're doing pretty well. Yeah, you've got a fair bit of health. You get back over here, just because you're low on... Oh, entity numbers. Come on.
Lady of Lauren. Highborn Captain ready. Great Captain.
He's just to recover some fatigue.
Forest spirits to me. Athel Lauren Eternal.
Get back in there. Yeah, they're still using their artillery to hit
Seeking quarry.
our blade captains, and that's fine. They're starting to come in now. Okay, not yet. Not yet. Soon.
So I hunt.
These guys have done so well. More of them would have been better than them, but I will bring them out soon because we're getting a bit worn out here. So you've made it over there. No one seems to be coming over here to take you out, so you just stay there. We don't have any reinforcements, so... Yeah, these ones here with 600 health with no abilities left, what are they going to do? Oh, apart from dampening them for 5 seconds. That being said, no one's got any magical attacks, so don't worry about that anyway. Alright, it's still... Oh man, we're getting low on magic, but there's still a good number of units right here.
Lady of Lauren.
Okay, we can maybe land on them.
Blade captain.
Okay, so we've got enough winds of magic left for just one more heal. So we managed to inflict 96,000 damage, mostly with Dwell's Blow. Obviously he's doing some damage in melee. Alright, if we hit the rear of this arachnarok spider and then use Colossal Strike, that should be enough to get that one to rout.
My glorious duty.
There we go. So it doesn't hit us too hard. Good. Good, good, good. Alright, with most of their units sort of scattering now. What are you doing over here? Go back quick. Alright, now is the time to bring them in. Just got to be careful because they do have a lot of stalking units. And I don't really want to put them on firing at will because they could... Actually, no, they've got loads of ammo, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, last heal incoming here. That one's out of heal. Okay. This guy's having a bit of a hard time. Move him. There is no back of the army. Okay, this one here is kind of hitting us in our rear. We should maybe put a stop to it. Okay, but no... no, don't shoot at shattered units. I mean, that wasn't shattered, but don't shoot at shattered ones. So obviously you got to deal with them the next turn, but you can't deal with them the next turn if we lose. More dwellers below. We're actually getting a lot of value out of these two here. Oh, you're not in great shape, but I can still give you a dreaming ring. This guy's not dishing out a lot of damage, but he's got big debuffs and buffs being applied, so really important that we keep him in here. But yeah, you can see how just a handful of forest spirits do so well if you put them in the forest. These ones here, they don't complement them at all. Because like, you put them in a forest, because he said he put them all over here. They wouldn't shoot at all, so what would be the fucking point? Right. Yep, you may shoot at that, that's fine. And just put this one up front so we could absorb whatever damage is incoming. Now the only way of healing is with the Dreaming Ring, but we can't use it very quickly. So this is the right time to have some of their force coming in over here so that we're under less pressure over here. Okay, you're suffering a bit. Let's try to get you out of there. Sort of pushing us out of the forest a bit. Yeah, they're still not interested in coming over here. And that's fine. If we leave that there, it's better. This is all fine here. But yeah, see how there's only a few units coming at us at a time? Probably don't need to check a board. It's too late now anyway. But yeah, if the enemy come at us a little bit at a time, it's what archers are able to deal with. But when they send 2 full stacks against you all at once, you can't possibly kill them fast enough. This is why we had to bring them in at the later stage of the battle. That's very well. I mean, they're immortal, both of them. Very high-level heroes. I wonder if this was a Confederation army. If that's the case, then I can understand why this army is so badly made. But if you actually are the one that recruited this stuff, then shame on you, it's so freaking terrible. But yeah, if the AI recruited it, then yeah, okay, fair enough. Because he did say it's a Confederated These ones here, because only Drake can get them. Alright, I need to keep this guy alive. Oh shit.
Captain! Moving out! Following the trail!
Actually, not good doing that when we're trying to pull out of combat.
Seeking quarry.
We are tireless! Straight away!
The amount of force coming in over here is nothing to be concerned about. Man, they are burning through their ammunition quickly. Holy crap.
The great
Yeah, stop this one here from rallying. That would be good.
Blade guard!
And we've inflicted the army losses. Cool. With no units wiped out, apart from the bone giant, which,
Archers!
you know, if we had the option to withdraw it, I would have, but we couldn't. Okay, so you guys can fire while moving. So now that we've still got ammo, with no casualties on the Glade Guard whatsoever.
We are tireless!
There we go. And we want to heal our single entities as much as possible. No point healing the multi-entity units because they won't get any additional healing. And just run down as many of the greenskins as we possibly can here.
Captain repositioning!
Now, I'll be honest, when I saw this battle here, my first instinct was, this battle's fucking impossible. But when it comes to Wood Elves, they are such a good race at fighting if the conditions are right for it. And luckily, the conditions were right. I was mainly concerned that the Glade Guard were going to get smashed at the start and I wasn't going to be able to prevent that. And that is largely map dependent. So in this case here, we're lucky that the map allowed for us to hold them back. They're not going to be able to run anything down, they're too slow.
Lead, Captain!
So yeah, just healing the single entities. They can use a bit of healing while we run them down as much as we can. Not going to be able to get all of them, obviously. Hopefully you're sitting in a position where you're getting recovery over the end turn. And yeah, in future, don't hire like fucking Toonkin units just because they're free upkeep costs. Because I reckon that hurt us more than help. Even though I don't think that they did a terrible job. I think we got lucky that they didn't focus on them that much. Wipe out as many units as we can. Good. Oh, I probably should have done that one as well. Don't think we got time. Nope. That'll be the last one. Okay. Heroic victory, nice. Yeah, I'll be honest, I really didn't think I was going to win that battle. But the thing is, I'll give these ones a shot and just see if I can pull off something. But yeah, I couldn't see this being done any other way. I do think that a lot of people, when they use their army, they feel like they have to use their army at all times and they don't use reserves. But I've learnt a lot from history, you know. Some of the greatest generals of all time would keep a good portion of their troops in reserve hidden and just wait for the right moment. And that's basically what we did there with them. And that's how they were able to dish out so much damage while not taking any. But yeah, if we had them just positioned out in a line with these guys in front of them, oh my god, it would have been an absolute bloodbath. Alright, so replenishment here will give us all of our multi-entity units back. Money, you're fine for that. So yeah, you're doing fine in your campaign. And yeah, you could definitely use some more magic power reserve. Shut up. Would have been good if we had killed that guy, because level 18. Hopefully he's not level 20 yet. Because yeah, if you kill them, then they've got to, whatever their recruit rank is, start again. It's kind of better as well when you're doing it with, or against Warriors of Chaos, because they will sometimes, like their mortal lords will become demon princes, so they'll get to like level 30, where they would be immortal, become a demon prince, go back to level 13 or whatever, and then you've got an opportunity to actually permanently kill it. Briefly. Are they... This isn't where we just fought the battle. What are they doing? Oh, are you using heroes all around the city there so they can't actually attack it? That's smart. If that is what you're doing. I don't even thought to do that. I mean, you'd need a lot of heroes. Usually I try to do that at choke points, but... Because there's actually quite a few entry points to attack a city. You need a lot of heroes to do that. So the next thing he asked me to do was check to see why he can't upgrade the Oak of Ages. Now, I don't claim to be a Wood Elf expert, but it's usually a pretty easy explanation. We should be able to find out why we're not doing that. I don't think there's anything else out here that we need to worry about, so let's just skip all this. Very late in the campaign. Okay, so... Are they not able to attack?
Defender of the domain. FUS speaks to me.
I have no idea, and I don't know why specifically Fortress of Vorag would matter. I have no idea what is going on there. Where was that army that we just fought with? It's here. Okay, so this is where... Okay, they must have actually just run out of movement. He's still level 18, and you'll have no trouble now finishing them off. They're an endgame crisis. We can actually find out what kind of endgame crisis you've got going on. Greenskin endgame crisis. Cool, that's the easiest one, to be honest. Okay. A lot of stuff here. But yeah, you can kill that one, and... So their Lord Recruit rank is level 12. So, I mean... That still knocks that one down by 6 levels, and, well, sort of, if they recruit another one. But they won't have the mount, so yeah, definitely go and do that. Plus a bunch of good units here that they'll have to re-recruit. Alright, so going to the Oak of Ages, and you can't upgrade this to maximum. Why is that? It says here, once you complete the Ritual of Rebirth in this forest, has been completed for this forest. Yeah, so this is what we in Total War community call this is just CA being CA. It just works. I think it's just a bug. Yeah, I'd say you got bugged. Wood Elf campaigns are very notorious for basically disabling mechanics, like not being able to get aerial for some random reason or something like that. You've done the Ritual of Rebirth, and it won't let you do this. I can't think as to why it's not letting you do it. You got the money for it, that's not a problem. You've got you've got all this maxed out. The only thing I could think that you could do is just abandon it and then rebuild it. I mean, it'll take you a long time to do it, and that's bad, but that's the only way I could think to overcome this. It's also not your capital, so being able to sell it to someone could work, potentially.
Ask a favor, and I will check with them.
So let's just see. Let me just save it just in case I fuck this up. So if they... Right, they want peace. Can I sell them the Oak of Ages? Because it's not our capital. I could sell them the King's Glade. Let me just check. If I sell them King's Glade... Right, so I'll send them back the save file that I just created there. So that's this one here. And let's see if we can fix this. Alright, if we sell them the King's Glade and Peace Treaty...
Go away.
Get a lot of money out of it, and make a swap for something of theirs. So, whatever's the highest value one, because we'll need something to barter the King's Glade back. So whatever gives us the lowest score here, that's what we need, because that'll... So Middenheim, that looks pretty good. Don't get a non-aggression pact, because we may need to declare war on them again. We'll see. Okay, so we should be able to sell them back Middenheim. Because Kingsglade shouldn't actually be worth anything to them. Yeah, it isn't. Okay. Then we go to the Oak of Ages. Oh, are you kidding? We can't actually sell Oak of Ages. Yeah, you're not allowed to sell it because it's like a special settlement. Well, shit, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. The only thing I could think of then is to abandon it and then rebuild it from scratch. Because, yeah, you would need... Otherwise, you would need someone to come and actually attack it. And that settlement will never revolt. So, yeah, I can't see any way that you can bypass this without demolishing this. Maybe the dwarves, if they jump over here, they'll attack it. But I don't think they're going to jump over here while they've got all these armies here either. So yeah, I can't figure out why this is happening or how to go around it without demolishing it and then just rebuilding it. I can't figure that out. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.